Alright, to get the cylinder off then, what I did, since it was seized up on here, I took a hammer and I put it down. Put the cylinder all the way down. And I took this hammer, put it in there on top of the piston, and then tapped the bottom of that, pushing that piston down into the crankcase. I was able to get the cylinder off there. I'm ready to take the flywheel off here. What I'm going to do so that my threads don't get damaged on my crank is put a 10mm bolt down in there and then just stick it down in there. That'll keep my puller from damaging threads on that crank. I'm going to take a puller. You can use a bolt. I would use a hardened steel bolt. I'd run this in until it touches, and I'll pull this cam chain so it doesn't damage any of the case when you're running this down. And that'll just pop right off there. If you can't get it to pop right off, what you can do is when you run it all the way in, it's got pressure on it, you can take a hammer, just one tap, and it should spring off of there. So then you've got your flywheel pulled off here. And this is going to be magnetic, so it's going to be a little bit harder to pull up on. There you go there. And then you've got this bolt that protected the crankshaft. And that bolt's going to be probably damaged now. There's the flywheel here. You've got the top dead center. Here's your other guide that's running to the bottom here. You got a 10mm bolt holding that on. Pull this off, and that'll allow the cam chain to be pulled off as well. Alright, now we're going to flip it over to the other side. We've got the clutch and the oil relief. What I did here, or the oil slinger. What I did here was these bolts, these little screws weren't able to come out with the impact driver or a Phillips screwdriver. So what I did is take a small chisel and tap on those and kind of tap them so they turn out. Kind of do the same thing as an impact driver, but just use a chisel. Sometimes that'll allow you to put enough force turning it this way to drive those out. And this one was able to just come out like regular. Now we'll pull this off here. That just pops right off. What you'll have in there is a spanner nut now. You'll have to pull that off.